We are on the record for Thursday afternoon, September 30th, 2021, and I'm going to take up Mr. De Luna. I understand that the witness in this case needs to get back to work, so I'll take up number 36 on the court's docket, and that is CR 20-10908-I, the state of Texas versus Joshua Max Garza.
Good afternoon, Judge Marco Luna for Mr. Garza.
Okay, and I understand we do have Miss Julie Garza on as well. Is that correct?
That's correct. Judge.
She was. Give me a moment, sir. She was on, and apparently she logged off. She's logging back in. She seems to be having trouble connecting to audio.
I think she's on, Judge. I don't know if the audio is working, but I can see her there.
Yes, sir. She's on, but her audio is not working. Miss Garza, if her audio is not working, she wouldn't be able to hear us.
Judge, if I may call her, perhaps we could do victim testimony over the phone if the court's inclined to accept that.
That is fine as long as the court reporter can hear her.
One moment, Judge, while I give her a call.
Okay. Okay,
Miss
thank you.
Garza, can you say something for the court to see if they can hear you?
Yes, I'm here.
Is that okay, Judge?
That is fine as long as Miss Flores, are you able to hear her?
Yes, Judge, I can hear her.
Okay, then Miss Garza, I'm going to ask you to raise your right hand.
Okay.
Do you swear that the testimony that you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Okay, go ahead, Miss Guarena.
Miss Garza, what is your relationship with the defendant?
Yes, my son.
Do you live in the same household?
Yes, we do.
And on the date of the offense, which was July 25th of 2020, were there any violent acts involved?
No, there wasn't. None whatsoever.
So he didn't swing his arms and hit you?
He did not.
He didn't grab you?
No, he did not.
Is there a history of violence in your relationship at all?
No, there isn't.
Are you concerned about any future violent acts?
No, I'm not. Nothing whatsoever.
And did you fill out an affidavit of non-prosecution with our office on December the 1st of 2020?
Yes, I did.
Did you fill it out on your own free will?
Yes, I did.
Nobody promised you anything or threatened you in any way to get you to sign the A&P?
No, they didn't.
And at this time, do you wish to drop the charges against the defendant?
Yes, I do.
And you understand that by dropping the charges, this case cannot be reopened in the future.
Yes, I do.
However, you also understand that if another incident were to occur, you can open a new case.
I understand that.
The state passes the witness, Judge.
Okay, Mr. De Luna, do you have any questions of the witness?
No questions, Your Honor.
Okay, then the court will accept the testimony of the alleged victim and also accept the affidavit of non-prosecution. And that dismissal will be done administratively, is that correct?
Yes, Judge, all that we would need is an anger management course, an online one, to send the certificate, and then we can file the dismissal.
Okay, Mr. De Luna, any indication of the time frame that your client will be taking that course, sir?
I can have them enroll and get it done hopefully by next week, Judge.
Okay, we'll go ahead and just set a status to see if he's already taken the class for November the 2nd at 9:30. And that'll be just to see where we're at with that anger management course. And on, what is the announcement, Mr. De Luna, on CR 19053008-1 and CR 20-10909-I, sir?
Your Honor, we received I received, myself and my office received a letter from a Navy recruiter. I'm going to be forwarding that to Your Honor, along with the District Attorney's Office. It has a phone number of the recruiter who says that he intends to join the United States Navy to serve his country. That being said, after the last hearing, Judge, I was called by the District Attorney's Office and said that that being said, that they were still, weren't inclined to do dismissal. So I'm not really sure what their position is on the case at this point, being that, of course, I'm pretty sure they're not going to let him join if he's got any pending criminal cases right at this point.
Okay, why don't you get the letter to the ADA, and then I'll give you all an opportunity to staff it. It's my understanding you did have a chance to staff it with the misdemeanor chief on the phone and with the ADA. So I'll give you an opportunity to contact them now that you do have that letter. I think at that time you hadn't been able to get a hold of the letter, but now that you have it, go ahead and speak to them and let's see where you're at. I'll give you the same setting of November 2nd on the other two cases as well for a status.
Thank you, Judge.
At 9:30.
Judge, if I may, Judge, Connie said the probation, he does have a mobile device, a sober sense, Judge. He did, in the past month, he had 12 missed tests and 12 late tests.
Mr. Garza, I believe I had already fined you. Is that correct?
You had, Your Honor, you had admonished him the last time.
Okay, so he hasn't. Okay, so Mr. Garza, you have 12 missed tests and 12 late tests, sir. You cannot be having any late tests and you can't be having any missed tests.
Yes, ma'am. I am on my way right now to pick up my new one because I've been having trouble with this one. This is my third one. So I'm on my way to pick up my fourth device as we speak.
I'm gonna see where he's at on November 2nd before I decide if we're gonna do anything with his bond, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so November 2nd at 9:30. And Mr. Garza, what's the current phone number?
Area code 956-789-3195.
Okay. All right, then we'll see you back here on November the 2nd, and I expect that you will get your new device and I won't have any issues with you.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Anything else, Mr. De Luna?
No, thank you, Your Honor. That's all I have. May I be excused?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay. All right. Attorney Eloy Sepulveda?
Yes, Judge, I'm here, Judge. Judge, I've got number 12 on your docket, Judge. Judge, his name is Jose Hernandez, Judge, CR 2412-21-I. Judge, we have a setting on his felony cases, Judge, and he is set for 10/13, Judge, so we could just postpone this a bit, Judge, so we can
And Judge,
take care of that.
if I can interject, Your Honor, Jorge Ortegon, I also represent him on 13 and 14, and I actually represent him on all 7 felonies, Judge.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I do need to get with Mr. Sepulveda on that.
Judge.
Me, but I'll you on that, Eloy.
Okay, Judge, can I have an oral motion to withdraw, Judge?
Yes, I'll grant Mr. Ortegon's motion for substitution on that case since he has the other felonies and the other 2 misdemeanors.
Thank you, Judge. That's all I have.
Okay,
Bye-bye. Take care. Bye-bye.
thank you. All right, so Mr. Ortegon, his next setting is in October 13, 21?
That is correct, Your Honor.
Okay, then go ahead and come back on October 21st at 1:30.
Thank you so much, Judge. That's all I have with this honorable court. May I be excused?
One moment, can you please submit an order granting the oral motion of substitution on
Will
that CR 21-08-429-I? That'll be the only way that the clerk will change the attorney's names.
Absolutely, Judge. I'll get that done. We'll get that done right now.
Okay, all right, thank you, sir.
You have a great day, Your Honor.
Likewise. Okay, Mr. Hernandez, we'll see you then, sir.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, Attorney Cynthia Cantu del Bosque.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. I have number 20 through 25.
Okay, we have Christopher Prego. Mr. Prego present with you, Deputy?
He's coming, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, that's CR 21-00725-I, CR 21-00726-I, CR 21-06420-I, CR 21-06419-I, CR 21-06418-I, and CR 21-06209-I. And what is the announcement, Counselor?
Your Honor, he was just recently indicted on the felony under CR 21-16-21I. And that case is set for arraignment on October 6th, next week. And so I would just request more time on these matters so that I can try to resolve everything together, Judge.
Okay, so do you need more than October 21st?
I believe so, Judge, yes.
Okay,
Your Honor,
yes.
if I may, in going over the case right now, I don't know if Judge Vasquez changed it, but it's reflecting on Odyssey that his felony is set for November the 8th.
Oh, okay.
I didn't catch that. That what? I'm sorry?
The felony, Ms. Del Bosque, is set for November the 8th.
That may be because we filed a waiver.
Okay, there you go.
Okay, so then go ahead and on November 9th at 1:30 then.
And Judge, just for the court's information, the Honorable Veronica Montevalles represents Mr. Priego on CR 20-06039I, which is I believe is a case that was reopened. It may be a revocation in this particular court, Judge. Just for the record.
Okay,
Yes, Judge, it was transferred late from court 1, and we'll make sure we set it all on the same date.
okay, so that'll be November 9th at 1:30.
And I'll let Ms. Veronica Montevalles know of that setting as well, Judge.
Okay, I appreciate that.
Thank you very much, Your Honor. That's all I have before this honorable court may be excused.
Yes, you may, Mr. Prego. We'll see you then, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a good day.
Likewise, Attorney Carlos Garza.
Yes, good afternoon, Judge. I have number 26 on the docket. Gabriel Acevedo Rubalcaba Jr., he's in jail.
Okay, Deputy, we can have Mr. Rubalcaba. Okay, that's CR 21-05576-I. And what is the announcement, Counselor?
He's set for a plea on the felony on his motion to revoke on the 4th of October, 2021. The theft of property that was along with this terroristic threat charge that's in this court was dismissed. The alleged victim has filed an affidavit of non-prosecution with the DA. The felony prosecutor informed me that they have it. I don't know if the misdemeanor section has it or not. But he's going up for 3 years, so we would ask this to be dismissed.
Okay, Ms. Guarenia or Mr. Ramirez, can you check on that?
Yes, Judge, 1 second.
Isn't that right, Mr. Rubalcaba? Yes, sir.
I do see the AMP with the felony case, Judge. It is the same victim involved in our misdemeanor terroristic threat. So I'll go ahead and get with felony after the date of the plea to see how they want us to dispose of his terroristic threat charge.
Okay, so then is it necessary for another status, or did you want me to set it for, I would think I need to just set him for a status.
I think so.
All right, let me just do it. I don't know that I have any more room, but that's fine. October 7th at 1:30, just so that we do it right after.
October 7th. That's fine.
Okay,
Thank
all
you,
right,
Judge.
we'll see you then, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Anything else,
That's
Mr. Garza?
No, Your Honor, that's all I have. May I be excused?
Yes, okay, Mr. Morena?
Good afternoon, Judge David Wood, and I have number 15 and 16 on your docket.
Okay, CR 20-08-425-I and CR 21-09637-I. Mr. Anthony Juarez, is Mr. Juarez present?
Yes, Judge, he is on screen. It does show as a jail case, but he made bond, so he is present through Zoom.
Okay, Mr. Juarez, can you announce yourself, please? I don't think, okay, I see him. I think he's having trouble with his audio. Okay, and what is the announcement, Counselor?
Your Honor, if the court would allow me to submit a waiver, I believe the resisting arrest, which is number 16, I believe that one is set for arraignment. If the court would allow me to submit a waiver on that one. The first case, which is number 15, is an assault. He's been arraigned on that one. It's set for status. It's my understanding that there is a felony pending in intake.
Okay, can the state verify whether that felony is pending?
It is still pending, Judge. It's still at intake.
Okay. So then giving the nature, yes, you can go ahead and file a waiver of arraignment on the resisting arrest, and because we're still waiting on that indictment, he can come back on December the 7th at 9:30 since he's a non-jail.
December 7th at 9:30.
Yes, sir, and it'll be for a status.
Thank you, Judge. That's all I have. May me and my client be excused?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay, and if you can hear me, Mr. Juarez, you are also excused.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yes, sir. Okay, Mr. Osuna?
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Jose Osuna for the record. I have number 2 on the court's criminal docket, CR 21-10422I, State of Texas versus Alberto Alvarez. It's misspelled, Your Honor. It should be Alberto with a T as in tango. I know the court wants to take that matter up now or at formal arraignment. In any event, Your Honor, it's shown as the jail docket, but Mr. Alvarez bonded out and he's here with me.
Okay.
Yes, Your Honor. So I don't know if the court wants to arraign him. Your Honor, in light of these circumstances, he would require the services of an interpreter. Unfortunately, we'd be asking for a short reset for investigation purposes.
Okay, so he needs to be arraigned on this violation then.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, go ahead and bring him forward.
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Castañeda, please translate. Mr. Alvarez, please raise your right hand.
Señor Álvarez, por favor, levante su mano derecha.
Do you swear that the testimony that you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Jura que el testimonio que está a punto de dar es la verdad, toda la verdad y nada más que la verdad.
Un poco más.
I swear.
Okay, you may lower your hand.
¿Puede bajar su mano?
In CR 21-10422-I in the state of Texas versus Alberto Alvarez. Is that your true and correct name, sir?
Alberto Álvarez, ¿ese es su nombre correcto y verdadero?
Yes. Sí.
Yes.
Okay, you're before the court charged with violation of bond or protective order, a Class A misdemeanor that carries a potential penalty of up to 1 year in Hidalgo County Jail and up to a $4,000 fine upon conviction. Do you understand the range of punishment, sir?
Está usted frente a la corte por un cargo de violación de una orden de protección que es un delito menor clase A. Una ofensa menor clase A tiene una multa potencial de hasta 1 año en la cárcel del condado de Hidalgo y una multa de hasta $4,000 por convicción. ¿Entiende usted el rango de castigo que puede recibir por el delito que está acusado?
Sí.
Yes. Okay, has any court ever declared you to be mentally incompetent, crazy, or insane?
¿Alguna corte lo ha declarado a usted mentalmente incompetente, loco o demente?
No.
No.
Okay, counselor, in speaking with your client, do you find him to be mentally competent and able to assist you in his own defense?
Mr. Alvarez is competent, Your Honor, and has been able to assist up until this point.
All right, then the court will make a finding that he is competent and able to assist you in his own defense and will enter a plea of not guilty on his behalf.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you. And we would
All
just
right.
humbly ask for some time, Your Honor.
Okay, how much time do you need, counselor?
Your Honor, may we have 45 days?
Okay. Do you need,
Yeah.
is November 9th long enough?
Yes, Your Honor.
And this is for a status, right?
Yes, Your Honor. We humbly ask for a status.
Okay, November 9th at 9:30.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay, Ms. Castañeda, let him know that he's to return on November 9th at 9:30.
Maestro Álvarez, su próxima corte es el día 9 de noviembre a las 9:30 de la mañana.
Sí.
Yes.
Okay,
Thank you, Your Honor.
all right, then we will see you then, sir. Do you have another case, Mr. Osuna?
No, Your Honor. One of my colleagues made, but and I'll make sure that that's accounted for.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you, sir. All right, Mr. Gonzalez?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay,
I'm here on number is there a 17 or 18? I think it's 17.
okay, so Ms. Martinez did not show up the last hearing and has not shown up this hearing yet. I'm not sure why. I'm gonna see if somebody from my staff can get a hold of her.
Yes, Your Honor. My case was just supposed to be dismissed once the MTR was let out, Your Honor, from what I understand.
Yes, sir, you are correct.
So,
So it's up to you if you want to wait to see if she shows up, but I also don't have Mr. Mendoza on the screen either. Because it's supposed to be, they were gonna try to do the plea in absentia. I don't know what the status is on that.
all right, Your Honor. I'll call the court in an hour and see what's going on, Your Honor.
Okay, appreciate that.
You're welcome, Judge. Have a good day. It's good to see you.
Likewise,
Take care, Judge.
likewise. Okay, Mr. Morales, you're ready on your plea, is that correct?
That's correct, Judge.
Okay, and what is your client's name?
It's number 19, Noe Peña.
Oh, okay, Mr. Peña is in custody. So Mr. Deputy, if you can bring up Mr. Peña?
He's coming, Your Honor. He's a Spanish speaker.
Okay, we're gonna get started on those. Okay, Ms. Galvan. Oh, I thought she was on the screen. All right, Mr. Rodriguez, you have an announcement?
That's Julian Rodriguez, Judge?
Yes.
Yes, Judge, mine is number 38 on the docket. And we have not heard from her. We've made all attempts to contact her, forwarded all the information to her, and she's just not cooperating.
Okay, did she have notice of today's hearing?
Yes, we sent that to her, Judge, and we called her and I told her to come to the office.
Okay, and if she doesn't show up by the end of the docket, then we'll have to take a nice eye on her.
Okay. Would you like me to wait around, Judge, or?
Whatever you'd like, sir.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
Okay, Mr. Alanis, what do you have?
Judge, I have number 34 on the court's docket, Mario Cavazos.
Okay, and he's ready for a plea, is that correct?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Okay, and is Mario Cavazos present?
Yes, Your Honor. He has iPhone and I believe he's wearing some his glasses.
Okay. Carlos Alberto, take your hoodie off. All right. Mr. Mesa, Roberto Mesa?
Yes, Judge, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, what case do you have, sir?
Your Honor, I have 27 and 28. He's a jail case, Spanish speaker, and we are ready for a plea whenever the court wants to hear us, Your Honor.
Okay, that's Mr. Sanchez. Okay, Deputy, can you please bring up Viliolfo Sanchez?
He's coming, Your Honor. He's also a Spanish speaker.
Okay. Mr. Alvarez, what case do you have, sir? Juan Alvarez?
Yes, Your Honor. I have two cases, Judge. I have Martin Valderas.
Okay, is he still incarcerated?
He, as far as I know, he is. He's homeless, Your Honor. We got a recommendation from the state that he was. It would have to be an open plea to the court I had to go sign them up. And that's where I'm on that one, Judge. So I would ask for a little bit more time, maybe a week and a half, just so I can go sign them up and then set them up for the next earliest plea.
Okay, the next earliest plea that I have is October 21st at 1:30.
Wow. Judge, would the court even entertain, well, he's homeless.
Well, let me
That's the only
see, how
issue.
much? You said 1 or 2 weeks?
I would say just 1 week, Judge, because I could go sign him up immediately. It's a harassment. I would have to pay for him to stay there 3 weeks on a harassment.
October 7th.
Perfect. I can go sign him up, Judge.
October 7th at 1:30.
Yes, Judge. And I also have another case with you, Judge.
Yes, Alejandro Gonzalez.
Yes, Judge. He bonded out here in Hidalgo County. I'm not sure if they brought him back. He was released to Cameron County because he had something pending in Cameron County. What it is over there, I don't know.
Okay, Deputy, is Alejandro Gonzalez present?
Yes, sir. That's me, yes, that's me right
Okay,
here.
Mr. Gonzalez is on the screen, Mr. Alvarez.
Okay, Judge. Then I'm gonna need some time to see what they're gonna do with him in Cameron County. I'm not sure if he has felony cases pending over there. I would hate to plea him out on the misdemeanor if he has felony cases pending. I don't know what they're gonna do with him, and I need a rec from the state here in Hidalgo County.
Okay, can the state confirm? I have notes that he was sentenced to 2 years TDC. Is that a recent sentence?
Yes, Judge, I see that it was adjudicated on July 26th of this year for 2 years TDC. So due to him going up to TDC on the felony, these cases will be dismissed.
Okay.
Oh, even better.
And so are you gonna be doing that administratively?
Yes, Judge.
Okay, and how much time will you need for that?
We'll be filing those by the end of the day.
Okay, I'll go ahead and still set a tickler for October the 8th. Okay,
That will conclude my visit with Salmo Court, Judge.
Okay, Mr. Gonzalez, because you pled on your felony back in July on your 2 years of TDC, the 4 misdemeanor cases that you have in front of me are being dismissed, sir, okay? So they will be filed hopefully by the end of the day.
Okay, so does that mean I'll be going home today or tomorrow?
Oh, no, I don't know, sir. You were sentenced to 2 years.
Yeah, I already spoke to parole, ma'am, and they were just waiting for me to finish these misdemeanor cases here in county, so I could be released on the parole. I'm done with TDC.
Okay, then I wouldn't be able to tell you that because I don't have jurisdiction over those matters. All I can tell you that is for the cases in my court, those will be dismissed. So who's representing you on those when you got sentenced on those 2 years?
It was Mr. Juan Alvarez and Melissa Canales.
Okay, then when Mr. Alvarez has an opportunity, he'll review the dismissals, and then if you have questions, you can, he'll be in contact with you.
Okay.
Okay, so then I'll go ahead, then Mr. Alvarez, those will be taken care of, and you should be receiving those after I get them in my queue.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, all right, Mr. Gonzalez, you're free to go.
Thank
Can I be
you.
excused, Your Honor?
Yes, Mr. Alvarez, you are excused.
Thank you.
Okay, Ms. Galvan, I had called your case.
Yes, Your Honor, I apologize. I was in a meeting earlier. It is, let me grab that for you. Carlos Vasquez, CR 2102178I.
Okay, and Mr. Vasquez is present. And what is your announcement, Counselor?
Judge, my announcement is I spoke, Mr. Vasquez had a felony case in the 275th that we just pled out last week. I spoke with the felony prosecutor. He was gonna put a note in the case file for this case to be pled to time served. He is going to be serving 4 years deferred adjudication on the felony POCS case. So we just need the paperwork, that or the state could dismiss it. It's up to them.
Okay, Ms. Guadena, do you have any notes?
Yes, Judge, I see the note from the felony prosecutor for the case to be time served, so we'll go ahead and send the paperwork on that.
Okay, So then they'll send the paperwork to you, Ms. Galvan, for that to be done.
Okay, Judge, if we can just get a short reset date so that we can get that back to the court.
Okay, October 7th at 1:30?
Thank you, Your Honor. May I be excused?
Yes, you and your client are excused. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Jason Valdez?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, sir, let me see. Let me find you on the. Okay, what, does somebody know what number he is on the docket?
43 and 44, Your Honor.
Oh, yes, ma'am, thank you. Okay, CR 18-14882-I and CR 21-07265-I. I understand that Ms. Monsiváis has called in ill.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, and so, Mr. Valdez, do you have an alcohol monitoring device?
Yes, Your Honor, I do.
Okay, Ms. Soto, do you have a report for him?
Yes, Judge, he does have a mobile device with Intoxilock, and the report for the past month indicated he had 7 missed tests, 4 late tests, and an alcohol reading on September the 4th. At 8:03 a.m. was a 0.08, and there was no retest done after that, Judge.
Okay. So you do have violations and you have an alcohol violation. I'm not comfortable admonishing you without your attorney being present. So I'm going to give you a quick reset and hopefully she's better to attend at that time because I do need to address those issues. So I do need you to come back,
Your
but
Honor.
it'll be on.
I'm sorry, if I may, Judge, I believe that this was the same announcement. Ms. Monsiváis did not appear the last time, and I know that Ms. Connie had announced these violations, so they've been pending.
Okay, but I can't admonish him without the attorney.
If you'd like, Judge, we can set them up for Tuesday, and I'll email Ms. Monsiváis myself.
Yes. I was gonna set him up for the 7th, but it'll be at 9:30.
Yes, Your Honor.
It'll be October 5th at 9:30, sir.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, you're excused. Okay, let Ms. Monsiváis know that it'll be on October 5th at 9:30. All right, so then, those that we have pending are please. Okay, Mr. Peña, you said deputy is a Spanish speaker?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Sanchez, Spanish. Okay. And Ms. Betancourt, we're just waiting for your attorney unless someone is here standing in for Daniel Gonzalez. Okay, Ms. Betancourt, we're waiting for your attorney to come in. And Mario Cavazos, are you present, Mario Cavazos?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, keep yourself unmuted, sir, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and let me see. Okay, Deputy, who do you have in the female section?
Segovia, Glee.
Okay, Billy Joe Segovia? Okay, I'm waiting for Mr. Sanchez to check in, ma'am. He has not checked in.
Okay.
All right, so Mr. Peña, Mr. Sanchez, and Mr. Cavazos, please raise your right hand. Ms. Castaneda? Ms. Castaneda, you're on mute.
Mr. Peña y Mr. Sánchez, por favor, levanten su mano derecha.
Do you swear that the testimony that you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Juran que el testimonio que están a punto de dar es la verdad, toda la verdad y nada más que la verdad.
Mr. Peña?
Sí.
Mr. Sanchez?
Yes.
And Mr. Cavazos?
Yes.
Okay, y'all may lower your hand.
¿Pueden bajar su mano?
In CR 18033321-I, the state of Texas versus Noe Peña, is that your true and correct name, sir?
Noé Peña, ¿ese es su nombre correcto y verdadero?
Sí.
Yes.
And in CR 2108982-I, the state of Texas versus Vilolfo, Vilolfo Garcia Sanchez, is that your true and correct name, sir?
Sí.
Let him know that he has to wait until after you translate to answer.
Mr. Sánchez tiene que esperar hasta que yo le traduzca.
Okay, is that your true and correct name, sir?
Viliolfos García Sánchez, ese es su nombre correcto y verdadero. Yes.
In CR 2003287-I, the state of Texas versus Mario Cavazos, is that your true and correct name, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Mr. Peña, you're before the court charged with driving while intoxicated, which is a Class B misdemeanor.
Mr. Peña, está usted frente a la corte con un cargo de manejar intoxicado, que es un delito menor clase B.
Mr. Sanchez, you're before the court charged with driving while intoxicated, a Class B misdemeanor.
Mr. Sánchez, está usted acusado de un cargo de manejar intoxicado, un delito menor clase B.
And Mr. Cavazos, you are before the court charged with false drug test or substance device, which is a Class A misdemeanor.
Yes.
Okay, sir. If it's a Class B misdemeanor, that carries a potential penalty of up to 6 months in Hidalgo County Jail and up to a $2,000 fine upon conviction. A Class A misdemeanor carries a potential penalty of up to 1 year in Hidalgo County Jail and up to a $4,000 fine upon conviction.
Una ofensa menor clase B tiene una multa potencial de hasta 6 meses en la cárcel del condado de Hidalgo y hasta una multa de hasta $2,000 por convicción.
Okay, Mr. Peña, do you understand the range of punishment?
Mr. Peña, ¿entiende usted el rango de castigo que puede recibir por el delito que está acusado?
Sí.
Yes.
And Mr. Sanchez?
Mr. Sánchez, ¿entiende usted el rango de castigo que puede recibir por el delito que está acusado?
Sí.
Yes.
And Mr. Cavazos, do you understand your range of punishment, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Each of you have a right to an attorney and a right to a trial by jury. You can waive one or both of those rights by signing a written document with this court. You have an opportunity to review that document with your attorney before signing it.
Mr. Peña y Mr. Sánchez, tienen ustedes el derecho de un abogado y el derecho para un juicio por jurado, pero pueden renunciar a uno o a los dos de sus derechos firmando un documento con esta corte. ¿Tuvieron usted la oportunidad de revisar esos documentos con su abogado antes de firmar?
Sí.
Yes. Mr. Sánchez? Yes.
Okay, Mr. Cavazos.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Then did each of you understand when you signed that document that you're waiving your right to a trial by jury?
¿Entienden que cuando firmen ese documento que están renunciando a su derecho de un juicio por jurado?
Sí. Sí.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, and then Mr. Cavazos, do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, then the court will accept your waivers of trial by jury. Has any court ever declared you to be mentally incompetent, crazy, or insane?
No.
Please wait. Okay, go ahead.
¿Alguna corte alguna vez los ha declarado mentalmente incompetente, loco o demente?
No. No.
No.
No.
Okay. And counselors, in speaking with your clients, do you find them to be mentally competent and able to assist you in their own defense? Mr. Morales?
Peña is competent, Judge, and he just.
Mr. Mesa?
Your Honor, Mr. Sanchez is competent, Your Honor.
Mr. Alanis?
Mr. Cavazos is competent, Your Honor.
Okay. Then the court will find that each of the defendants before the court are competent and are able to assist their attorneys in their own defense. Now, do you understand that if the punishment I assess does not exceed what's recommended by the state, you'll need the court's permission to file an appeal? Ms. Castañeda?
Que ustedes entienden que si el castigo que voy a evaluar, si el castigo no excede la recomendación del Estado, ustedes van a necesitar el permiso de esta corte si usted decide presentar una apelación. ¿Entiende eso, Mr. Peña y Mr. Sánchez?
Sí.
Yes, yes.
And do you understand that, Mr. Cavazos?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, do you further understand that I don't have to accept the recommendation of the state?
Y también entienden que la corte no tiene que aceptar la recomendación del Estado.
Sí, sí.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, Mr. Peña, are you a U.S. citizen?
No.
What? Necesita que esperar hasta que le traduzca. Ms. Castañeda?
Mr. Peña, ¿es usted ciudadano americano?
No.
No.
Okay, Mr. Sánchez?
Mr. Sánchez, ¿es usted ciudadano americano?
No.
No.
Okay, Mr. Cavazos?
Yes.
All right. Then if you're not a U.S. citizen, then entering a plea of no contest will result in your deportation, exclusion or admission from our country, and denial of naturalization under U.S. federal law. Ms. Castañeda?
Si no es ciudadano americano, entonces esta petición va a resultar en su deportación, expulsión de este país y negación de la naturalización.
Knowing that, do you still want to go forward with your plea?
¿Entienden ustedes las consecuencias de su petición?
Sí, sí.
Yes, yes.
Okay. So in CR 20-03-287-I in the state of Texas versus Mario Cavazos, how do you plead, sir? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
And CR 18-03321-I for the offense of driving while intoxicated, a Class B misdemeanor, how do you plead, Mr. Peña? Guilty or not guilty?
En el estado de Texas, en contra Noé Peña por conducir en estado de ebriedad, ¿cómo se declara culpable o no culpable?
Culpable.
Guilty.
In CR 21-08982-I, the state of Texas versus Viliolfo Garcia Sanchez to the offense of driving while intoxicated, a Class B misdemeanor, how do you plead, sir? Guilty or not guilty?
En el estado de Texas, contra Viliolfo García Sánchez por conducir en estado de ebriedad, un delito menor clase B, ¿cómo se declara culpable o no culpable? Guilty.
And are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily, Mr. Cavazos?
Yes.
Okay, Ms. Castañeda, please translate.
Mr. Peña, ¿se está usted declarando culpable libre y voluntariamente?
Sí.
Mr. Sánchez, ¿está usted declarando culpable libre y voluntariamente?
Sí.
Yes.
Then the court will accept your pleas as being freely and voluntarily given, and I will call for state's evidence at this time.
Okay, before that, can we address something, Your Honor, with attorney Osvaldo Morales?
Here.
Okay, so just for the record, we want to clarify, what would you have checked out for the question regarding the trial court certification and notification of defendant's right of appeal?
Okay. What's your question?
So which option would you have selected?
The last one, I think is the one I normally select.
So that would be waiving the right to appeal, correct?
Correct. Yes, correct.
Okay, I think, Your Honor, we're satisfied with the response. Okay, Your Honor, may I proceed with state's evidence?
Yes.
Okay. Your Honor, state offers plea documents and offense reports as State's Exhibit 1, notification and certification of defendant's right of appeal as State's Exhibit 2, waiver of Article 39.14 disclosures as State's Exhibit 3, and waiver of risk and needs assessment as State's Exhibit 4. State would also request defense counsel stipulate to the venue and jurisdiction of this honorable court And state would also request defense counsel stipulate to the fact that all evidence has been e-filed is sufficient evidence to corroborate the plea of guilty.
No objections to agree to stipulate. Peña.
Your Honor, same announcement as,
No objections, Your Honor, so stipulated.
Hold on, Mr. Mesa, your whole announcement didn't come through because it's echoing real bad in the jail. So go ahead and make your announcement again.
on behalf of Mr. Sanchez, Your Honor, we so agree to stipulate, and we don't have any objections to the evidence, Your Honor.
Okay, there being no objections from defense counsel as to the exhibits are hereby admitted and approved. In CR 2003-287-I in the state of Texas versus Mario Cavazos, it is a judgment of the court, sir, that you are guilty as charged. What is the state's recommendation?
Yes, Your Honor, the state recommends a $200 fine plus court cost plus 1 year in Hidalgo County Jail, probated over to 10 months, plus a drug education class, and plus 30 hours of community service.
Okay, and Mr. Cavazos, are you working full-time right now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Any questions or requests on behalf of your client, Mr. Alanis?
Yes, Your Honor. I respectfully ask if you could waive the CSR hours due to Mr. Cavazos working full-time. I am also asking the court judge if they could waive condition 7 and if Mr. Cavazos can be allowed to report by mail since he does reside in Paris, Texas, Judge.
Okay. Those two requests will be granted and he'll have 90 days to pay the fine and 90 days to pay the court costs.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Cavazos, what's a phone number for you, sir?
It's area code 956-403-4049.
Okay, sir. At the probation department's earliest convenience, they may be contacting you, okay?
Okay,
Okay, sir, you are excused.
thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. You have a good day, man.
Thank you, sir, likewise. Okay, in CR 1803321-I, the state of Texas versus Noe Peña, it is a judgment of the court, sir, that you are guilty as charged. Ms. Castañeda?
Noé Peña, en el caso del estado de Texas, contra Noé Peña, el estado lo declara culpable por sus cargos.
And what is the state's recommendation?
The state recommends a $100 fine plus court cost plus 180 days in Hidalgo County Jail, credit for 180 days.
Okay, Mr. Morales, any questions or requests on behalf of your client?
Yeah, Judge, my client was sentenced to 3 years TDC on the felony case, Judge, and I asked the court to consider waiving the fine and also the court cost, Judge. He's going to be in jail, and after that, he'll probably be deported, Judge.
Okay, that request will be granted. Okay. If nothing further, then Mr. Peña and Mr. Morales, you are excused. Ms. Castañeda, let him know.
Mr. Peña se puede retirar.
Thank you.
Thank you.
In CR 21-08982-I, the state of Texas versus Viliolfo Garcia Sanchez, it is a judgment of the court, sir, that you are guilty as charged. What is the state's recommendation?
Okay, for CR-21-08982-I, the state agrees to for a plea to a $200 fine plus court cost plus 180 days Hidalgo County Jail, probated over 1 year, plus an alcohol class, plus an interlock device, plus 90 days Texas driver's license suspension, and plus 50 community service hours. The state stipulates that it will, with this plea, will dismiss the other charge in CR 21-08983-I.
Okay, any questions or requests on behalf of your client?
Yes, Your Honor, for Mr. Sanchez, he doesn't have a vehicle, according to him. My request would be if the court would consider the mobile monitoring device, Your Honor. That would be a request that we would have. as well as he spent 56 days in jail up to this point. I know that as part of the agreement, they're going to dismiss one of the other cases, Judge. I'd ask for any consideration regarding the fine or the court costs. I know the fine is low enough as it is at this point, but because of the time he spent in jail at this point, I'd ask for any consideration on that. And he was employed with Taco Palenque, Your Honor. He's been employed, he says, since 2013. So, he's hoping to be able to get that job back. So I'd ask the court to consider waiving the CSR, Your Honor.
Okay, so is he being held on anything else?
Not that I'm aware of, Your Honor. I don't know if Mr. Ramirez has anything to show that he's being held on, but I know that it was initially categorized as a third-degree felony. I'm not sure why, but that's why I think he was held up a little bit longer than usual.
Okay, because yes, I saw that the cash surety bond was at 20,000.
Yes.
All right. So then the court will go ahead and order a mobile alcohol monitoring device that he needs to obtain within 48 business hours from his release. His Texas driver's license suspension will run concurrent with any administrative suspension. I will go ahead and waive the fine and the court costs in lieu of the time that he has served in jail. And the CSR hours will only be waived upon proof of full-time employment. Until he provides that, he does need to, he's on the hook for the CSR hours.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Ms. Castañeda, can you please ask Mr. Sanchez if he recalls a phone number for himself?
Mr. Sánchez, ¿tiene usted un número de teléfono que recuerde?
Ahorita no tengo porque se fue en el carro que se me llevaron.
No,
Pero saliendo saco uno.
Okay, as soon as he gets out and he gets a telephone, he needs to report to the probation department.
Okay, cuando salga y agarre un teléfono, tiene que reportarse con el departamento de probación.
Okay.
Okay.
And if he needs that number, I'm gonna ask his attorney to assist him with that.
Y si necesita usted ese número, puede preguntarle a su abogado que lo asista con eso.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, is that all?
That is it, Judge. Before this honorable court this afternoon, Your Honor, may we be excused?
Yes, you may, sir.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay. So, okay, Mr. Alcaute, I'll take up your application for an occupational license, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can, at CL 21-236-I, sir. 2376, sorry, -I. Okay, sir, you're representing yourself?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you can go ahead and you're responsible for proving up your petition.
Yes, I think you got an amended one yesterday. I had to go finish it. I don't know if everything is right on there.
Okay, the order that you filed was not correct because it has, you have very strange hours that you're doing at that time. Is there a reason why you're doing those hours, or were you just guessing?
Well, I was trying to, it's because I put the counties abroad because, I mean, I went to New Mexico a couple weeks ago. Now I'm going to Pennsylvania. They were telling me that it's just like a Texas license, but I'm going like from East Coast to West Coast right now. And then if that slows down because work's barely picking up because of the COVID, with my license, I'll be doing hot shot in Texas. So I put different counties there, what I could to kind of be abroad about it. And then the times will, if I'm driving at hot shot, I can only do 12 hours the most driving a day anyways.
No,
So-
and I understand that, but like when your driving time is gonna change, right? Because sometimes you're gonna be driving during a certain time of day that then the following day you're gonna maybe drive at another certain time of day and then it changes. So in order to have no restriction, you would need to have an interlock device that is placed on the vehicle that you're driving. Because with an interlock device, then you're not locked into certain hours only. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Kind of, yes,
So
ma'am.
if you're gonna want to be locked in, that means that if they catch you driving at any time outside of those hours, you can be arrested for violation of that. So if you're not gonna want to have that restriction, you need to file one that doesn't have any kind of time restriction on you, and you're still going to need to make sure that you get the interlock device.
Okay, well, can I just fix the hours? I mean, because I just need to be really working, using or be traveling in the daytime. I could do that.
You can fix the hours as long as it's a 12-hour period that you will always be driving in. You know what I mean? Like you can put 7 a.m. to 7 p.m.
Yeah,
but
I think that's what I did. I just put I tried to mix it up like daytime, nighttime, just in case, because if they send us like as a pair, a hot shot. Hopefully I won't be doing that. I'll be going to my regular job just to travel to get there and just, going to and coming from. But if I put kind of the hot shot in case that it goes to that. So I was putting like a partner thing, day shift and night shift. But I did each time from like either 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. or 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. and then 12 a.m. to 12 midnight in case I'm driving nighttime.
Okay. Well, I don't know. I don't think it's because
I know it's, but it's kind of sounds like iffy, but I'm really not. It's just that's what and I'm doing this because I got caught.
The only thing I'm saying is that look, well, first of all, you didn't circle the AM or the PM, but in other words, every Monday you can only drive from 12 a.m. You can only do from either 12 a.m. to 12 p.m. or 12 p.m. to 12 a.m.
Yes, ma'am.
You understand? So you've got it. Okay. And then that's going to be your schedule on Mondays and Tuesdays. Then Wednesdays and Thursdays, it would be from the 6 to 6. And from Fridays and Saturdays, it would be from the 8 to 8. If you think that you can get on with any of those, if you think you can abide by those hours, okay, fine.
Yeah, well, that's pretty much what I'm gonna.
Okay, but you also need to tell me, are you gonna circle from 12 a.m. to 12 p.m., which means midnight to 12 noon, or are you doing 12 noon to midnight?
I believe on Monday and Tuesday was 8 a.m. It's 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. and then Wednesday and Thursday 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. and then Friday and Saturday 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. and then Sunday 12 a.m. to 12 midnight.
Okay, you have Monday, Tuesday, and Sunday from 12 to 12.
Oh, okay. Well, can I put that's fine. I could stick to that. If I were to be driving those hours, I'll stick to those hours. I can make that schedule.
So, but when you're asking for the 12 to 12, is it 12 p.m. to midnight? Or is it midnight to 12 p.m.?
12 a.m. to 12 p.m. 12 a.m. to 12 p.m. Yes, ma'am.
12 a.m. So you're going to be driving in the wee hours, in other words.
Yeah, in the afternoon to the midnight, I should be good.
Okay.
If I'm in Texas.
Okay, look, there's a difference. 12 a.m. is midnight to noon. 12 p.m. is
okay, yeah.
noon to midnight.
Yeah,
So
12
which
p.m.
time of the day are you wanting to drive?
Yes, you're right. 12 p.m. to 12 midnight.
Okay.
To 12 a.m.
And then 6, it'll be from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Yes, ma'am. Sorry about that.
6 a.m. to 6 p.m. And then it's 8 a.m. to 8 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
It's yes or no?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. Raise your right hand. Do you swear that the testimony that you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
Is your true and correct name Rene Arcaute?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you the same individual that filed your petition for occupational driver's license on June 30th, 2021?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you a resident of Hidalgo County?
Yes, ma'am.
And was your license suspended in Hidalgo County?
Yes, ma'am.
And you received a citation for the offense of driving while intoxicated, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And this was the cause for you having your license suspended, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And you're applying for this occupational driver's license for the purposes of driving for work, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And you're asking to travel on Mondays, Tuesdays from 12 p.m. to 12 a.m. and Wednesdays and Thursdays, 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Fridays and Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. and Sundays from 12 p.m. to 12 a.m. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And you're asking to travel the surrounding counties as well?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
And did you state that you would also be driving out of state?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Okay. Let me hear from the state.
Yes, ma'am.
Judge, I think the court covered the questions that the state was gonna ask for. We would just like to make it clear for the record that an occupational license is only valid within the state of Texas. And if Mr. Arca, I apologize, I don't mean to say your last name incorrectly. Arcaute?
Arcaute?
Arcaute, I apologize. If he stays within those 12-hour timeframes and he did provide the jurisdiction restrictions, then we have no objection to the occupational license being granted within, but we have to make it clear that it's within the state of Texas. If you leave the state of Texas, you're driving without a valid license.
That is correct, Mr. Arcaute. Okay, I'll ask for that. The court will grant your occupational driver's license. Well, I'll have that forwarded to my queue and I'll make those just slight time adjustments for you. And it, just so you know, this is only valid in the state of Texas. Outside of here, sir, you wouldn't have a valid driver's license, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Okay, as soon as it's signed, it'll be sent to you, sir.
All right. Thank you so much, Judge. Have a nice day, Judge.
Likewise. Okay, Ms. Martinez?
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
Good afternoon, ma'am. And you're here on number 31?
31, Your Honor. I apologize. There was a miscommunication and we had filed a waiver, but I believe it was the wrong waiver. And so my client wasn't aware that he had to appear.
Okay, so you need some time to get the correct waiver on file?
Yes, Your Honor, if we could just have some time to get that corrected.
Okay, and he also has a pending felony at intake, is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. Go ahead and submit your waiver and then we'll have him come back for a status on December 7th at 9:30.
Thank you so much. That's
You're
all
welcome.
I have, Your Honor. May I be excused?
You certainly may.
Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Gonzalez, I know you're ready on a plea. Let me take up a quick announcement for Mr. Contreras. Mr. Contreras, are you ready? Mr. Contreras?
Yes, Your Honor. Good afternoon, Your Honor.
Good afternoon, sir. Okay, you have Santos Avitia.
That's correct, Your Honor. He's got 3 cases before this court this afternoon, Your Honor. What I want to do, and I'm thinking that they already sent a recommendation, the prosecutor has already. And I just want to set up a plea. Let me just ask him real quick. Have they sent us a plea recommendation?
I sent him off this morning.
Your Honor, we're set up for tomorrow to sign him up on the 3 cases. Can we set him up for a plea on Tuesday or Wednesday of next week?
Okay, so then he's pleading on the felonies?
He's pleading on the felonies. What's going to happen, Your Honor, in lieu of him pleading on the misdemeanors, the felony is going to be dismissed out of the 275th. He's
Okay,
got a pending felony out of the 275th, Your Honor. And the agreement is that if we plead him out on the misdemeanors, they'll dismiss the felony.
okay, and you'll be ready to sign him up by October the 5th on Tuesday?
We are going to sign him up tomorrow. We're set up with the county already to sign him up with the documentation, Your Honor. So
Okay,
I'm asking for either Tuesday or Wednesday so we can plead him out if possible.
okay, October 5th at 1:30 for a plea.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, anything else?
That's all I have, Your Honor. May I be excused?
Yes, sir.
Thank
Okay,
you so much,
thank you.
Judge.
Thank you. Okay, Deputy, I believe that takes care of all of those, the jail cases, is that correct?
For the
For the
mail
mail
section?
section?
Yes, Your Honor, that's all of
Okay, thank you, sir.
them. Thank you, ma'am. You have a good afternoon.
Likewise. Okay, Mr. Gonzalez, are you ready on your plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, Deputy, Mr. Sanchez still has not checked in on Ms. Segovia. Okay. So Ms. Bettencourt, can I have you raise your right hand? Do you swear that the testimony that you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Sí,
Okay, are you Spanish speaker? Ms. Castaneda, ask her if she wants to do this in
Sí.
Spanish.
español.
Ms. Bentancor, ¿lo quiere hacer en español?
Sí,
Yes.
Okay, have her admonish her to raise her right hand.
Sí, por favor, levante su mano derecha. Jura que el testimonio que está a punto de dar es la verdad, toda la verdad y nada más que la verdad.
sí,
Yes.
Okay, she may lower her hand.
¿Puede bajar su mano?
In CR 20-01934-I in the state of Texas versus Maria Victoria Bettencourt, is that your true and correct name?
En el
Sí.
estado de-
Ms. Bettencourt, necesita que esperar hasta que ya le traduzcan, ¿ok?
okay, I'm sorry.
Okay, go ahead.
En el estado de Texas se encuentra María Victoria Bentancor por robo de propiedad. María Victoria Bentancor, ¿ese es su nombre correcto y verdadero?
Sí,
Yes.
Okay, you're before the court charged with theft of property of greater than $750 but less than $2,500, a class A misdemeanor.
Está usted frente a la corte por un cargo de robo de propiedad mayor de $750 y menor de $2,500, que es un delito menor clase A.
A class A misdemeanor carries a potential penalty of up to 1 year in Hidalgo County Jail and up to a $4,000 fine upon conviction.
Una ofensa menor clase A tiene una multa potencial de hasta 1 año en la cárcel del condado de Hidalgo y una multa de hasta $4,000 por convicción.
Do you understand the range of punishment?
¿Entiende usted el rango de castigo que puede recibir por los delitos que está acusada?
sí,
Yes.
Ma'am, you have a right to an attorney and a right to a trial by jury. You can waive one or both of those rights by signing a written document with the court. Did you review that document with your attorney before signing it?
Usted tiene derecho de un abogado y el derecho para un juicio por jurado, pero puede renunciar a uno o a los dos de sus derechos firmando un documento con esta corte. ¿Tuvo usted una oportunidad de revisar esos documentos con su abogado?
sí,
Yes.
And did you understand when you signed it that you were waiving your right to a trial by jury?
Y entendió usted que cuando firmó esos documentos está usted renunciando a su derecho de un juicio por jurado.
Sí,
Yes.
Okay, then the court will accept your waiver of a trial by jury. Has any court ever declared you to be mentally incompetent, crazy, or insane?
¿Alguna corte la ha declarado mentalmente incompetente, loca o demente?
no,
No.
Okay. Mr. Gonzalez, in speaking with your client, do you find her to be mentally competent and able to assist you in her own defense?
Yes, Your Honor, she is competent and ready to proceed, Your Honor.
Okay, then the court will find that she is mentally competent and able to proceed and assist in her own defense. Now, Ms. Betancourt, do you understand that if the punishment I assess does not exceed the recommendation by the state, you'll need this court's permission if you file an appeal?
Ms. Bentacor, ¿entiende usted que si el castigo que voy a evaluar, si el castigo no excede la recomendación del Estado, usted va a necesitar el permiso de esta corte si usted decide presentar una apelación? ¿Entiende usted eso?
sí,
Yes.
And do you further understand that I do not have to accept the state's recommendation?
Y también entiende que la corte no tiene que aceptar la recomendación del Estado.
sí,
Yes.
Okay, is she a U.S. citizen?
¿Es usted ciudadana americana?
sí,
Yes.
Okay. Then in CR 20-1-934-I, and to the offense of theft of property of greater than $750 and less than $2,500, a Class A misdemeanor, how do you plead, ma'am? Guilty or not guilty?
Ms. Bentacor, en el estado de Texas contra María Victoria Bentacor por un cargo de robo de propiedad mayor de $750 y menor de $2,500, ¿cómo se declara culpable o no culpable?
sí,
¿Culpable o no culpable?
culpable,
Guilty.
And are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily?
¿Se está declarando culpable libre y voluntariamente?
sí,
Yes.
Then the court will accept your plea as being freely and voluntarily given, and I'll call for state's evidence at this time.
Thank you, Your Honor. State offers plea documents and offense reports as State's Exhibit 1, notification and certification of defendant's right of appeal as State's Exhibit 2, waiver of Article 39.14 disclosures as Exhibit 3, and waiver of risk and needs assessment as State's Exhibit 4. State would also request defense counsel stipulate to the venue and jurisdiction of this honorable court. State would also request defense counsel stipulate to the fact that all evidence that has been e-filed is sufficient evidence to corroborate the plea of guilty.
Any
No
objections?
objection. No objection, so stipulated, Your Honor.
Okay, there being no objections. As from defense counsel as to the exhibits are hereby admitted and approved. NCR 20-1-934-I, the state of Texas versus Maria Victoria Betancourt. It is a judgment of the court, ma'am, that you are guilty as charged. Ms. Castañeda, can you please translate that?
En el estado de Texas, de María Victoria Betancourt, en contra de María Victoria Betancourt por un delito de robo de propiedad de mayor de $250, menor de $2,500, la corte la declara culpable.
And what is the state's recommendation?
The state recommends a $200 fine plus court costs, plus 7 months deferred adjudication, plus a theft intervention class, plus 20 hours of community service, and plus a restitution in the amount of $264. With this plea, the state will stipulate that it will dismiss CR-20-01933-I.
Okay, any questions or requests on behalf of your client, Mr. Gonzalez?
Yes, Your Honor, if I may. Your Honor, if we may request potentially waiving the fine and court costs. Also, potentially, Your Honor, if we could maybe even lower the probation amount. And lastly, if we could even waive the CSR hours, Your Honor. Ms. Betancourt, she has various health conditions, Your Honor. She has heart problems, Your Honor. She has diabetes and a host of other health conditions, Your Honor. I guess just in the interest of justice, Your Honor, if we may just lower the probation amount, Your Honor, maybe even consider 1 month, Your Honor. given that she is a little older, Your Honor, waive the fine for cause. She is, I think, receiving a disability checks, Your Honor. And then, of course, Your Honor, given her health conditions, if we could waive the CSR hours, Your Honor.
Okay, Ms. Castaneda, can you please ask Ms. Bencourt, just confirm that she's receiving disability, please?
Ms. Bentacor, ¿recibe usted cheque de disability?
Sí.
Yes.
Okay, I'll waive her 20 CSR hours. I'll also waive her fine and court costs. And you asked for, she's on 7 months deferred. You asked for that to be lowered?
Yes, Your Honor. I mean, the probation amount, 7 months, maybe reduced, Your Honor, or lowered to, respectfully 1 month, Your Honor, but of course, leave it up to you, Your Honor, discretion of the court.
Okay, Mr. Ramirez, any response?
We believe the offer of 7 months is a fair offer, considering the theft and the amount it was.
So the total amount of the theft, it was 264?
That's for the restitution to cover it, yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna reduce the probation time to 4 months.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, Ms. Castaneda, please ask her for her phone number.
Ms. Bentacor, ¿me puede dar su número de teléfono?
956-245-1332.
956-245-1332.
Okay. And so, Mr. Ramirez, are you needing a restitution hearing?
I have to refer to co-counsel, but I believe that we were covered.
No, Judge, there's no need for a restitution hearing. We have the amount set. I believe we provided that to defense counsel. It's an amount of $264 to the easy pawn.
And Your Honor, I have explained that amount to my client and she's aware of that and she understands that she does have to pay that back.
Okay, all right, anything else? Okay, all right. Okay, sir, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. If I may, please be excused.
Yes, sir, and I understand congratulations is in order.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, take care.
You have a good one, Your Honor.
Likewise. Let Ms. Bencourt know that she can leave. I mean, she's allowed to leave now.
Ms. Bentacor, ¿se puede retirar?
Gracias.
Thank you.
Okay. Number 1, did they submit a waiver of arraignment with the proof?
No, Judge, but also he does have 35 through 37 and those have the same date, but there was no waiver.
Okay, just let him know that, I mean, he has a device, so he can just submit a proof if he's gonna do a waiver of arraignment on that.
Yes, ma'am.
But it'll be set for the same day anyway.
Okay.
I'm assuming that he'll hire Mr. De Luna on those, if you can just confirm. All right, and we didn't hear from Ms. Martinez, did we?
No, Judge, I did call their office and it wasn't available.
Okay, so I'm just gonna, I think this is the 3rd time. And this person is out on, well, they don't even know where he is, right?
I believe he's in TDC, Judge.
Oh, that's right. He was just out of here. Yeah. We do need to set him up, but let's get a hold of Ms. Martinez first and then put a date. Don't forget to put a date on those two. I just don't know what date to give. We do need to get a hold of her though, because this is the 3rd time that she hasn't appeared on him.
And honestly, Judge, the email that's on her contact information is to her assistant. I'm not sure if that assistant is still with her or maybe there's some changes in her office. But I'll try to get a hold of her.
Okay. And have we heard from Mr. Sanchez?
Not since before the hearing, Judge.
Okay, deputy in the female unit. Okay, deputy in the female unit. We still haven't heard from Mr. Sanchez, but is Ms. Segovia there?
Yes, she is.
Okay, Ms. Segovia, we have not heard from your attorney. He checked in this morning on his other cases, but not on this case. However, it's my understanding that you have some felonies pending. So we have to wait for those to also be taken up. Can anybody tell me, are they in intake or have they already been given a date?
Let me pull up her, 1 second, Judge, sorry.
Judge, I believe they're out of a different county, out of Jim Hogg's.
I believe she's being held in Jim Hogg's, but it is filed with us. If the next date is November the 8th, I can give you that CR number for the felony, Judge.
Okay.
It's CR 181421-A.
And she has a setting on November the 8th?
Yes, correct.
Okay, then we'll have her come back on November the 9th at 1:30. Okay. All right, thank you, Ms. Segovia.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay, thank you, Deputy. Okay, what date did we give 39 and 40?
Your Honor, I haven't given a date because he texted me during docket.
This is a defendant that has COVID, is that correct?
Correct. They have not gotten him to go sign because he has COVID, Mr. Mendiola.
Okay. Okay.
Judge, if I may, he also has violations on the mobile report.
What are the violations that he has?
He has 47 missed tests, 3 positive readings, and 22 late tests. And I've already worked with him. I've already changed his schedule.
Okay, is he the one that's working out of town?
I believe so, yes, Judge.
Okay, try to find out what his condition is. I know he has COVID, but if it's just, if he's not hospitalized and he's able to talk, then I need him to get on the Zoom because the alcohol violations are serious. So even if he's not ready for the plea, I do need to see him on October the 7th at 1:30. Let Mr. Jackson know that the defendant does have to be present via Zoom.
Yes, ma'am.
Even if he's not ready to be signed up, but I need to admonish him for those.
Yes, ma'am. I'll go ahead and call Mr. Jackson's office.
Okay, so I have 38 as a nice sign. And what about number 42? He was on this morning, right?
Yes.
Okay, so we just need to keep those cases together. Oh, he gave us that case number in the morning, right? That they were Miss Rivera, he gave us that case number in the morning?
You're on mute.
Okay,
I was over here talking to myself, having a full-blown conversation.
okay, then go ahead, Mr. Damian. I just have number 38.
Yes, ma'am. Kimberly Ray McDonald. Kimberly McDonald. Kimberly McDonald.
Okay, that defendant's name being called out 3 times and no response. What says the state?
State requests the judgment NICE be granted, a KP is issued, and all bonds forfeited for this no-show defendant.
Okay, that'll be so granted. Okay, that concludes this afternoon's docket.